Problem 4-67. Solve each equation for y so that it could be entered into a graphing calculator. Sounds easy enough. We've got problem A here. 5 minus the quantity of y minus 3 equals 3x. Now there are several ways you could approach this. I'm going to do one way, maybe I'll have time to model a second way, but as long as you're performing your steps correctly, you should get to the same answer. So what I'm looking at here is I'm got my y inside grouping symbols here, and I've got some stuff going on outside here. So I'm going to undo some of this in order to help get my y by itself. Some of you may decide to distribute the minus through the quantity. That's also a possibility. I'm going to start here though by saying I'm going to subtract 5 from this side, and I need to subtract 5 from this side. Now I've got the opposite of y minus 3 is going to equal 3x minus 5. Now again, you could take this and you could distribute this through. That's one possibility. Or you could get rid of the negative by dividing by a -1 or multiplying each side times -1. It's completely up to you how you want to approach that. I'm going to divide each side by a -1. And what I get here is a negative divided by a negative is going to make this whole thing positive. So we've got y minus 3 on the left side. And when I divide a binomial by a negative here, I have to remember that each part of it's going to be divided by the negative. So 3x divided by -1 is going to give me negative 3x. And negative 5 divided by -1 is going to actually end up giving me plus 5. Last step to get y by itself, let's just add the 3 over here. And we end up with y is equal to negative 3x plus 8. That would be your solution there. We have this equation now written with in terms of y. Y has been solved here. So let's go to B. We've got 4 times the quantity of x plus y equals -2. Once again, trying to solve it for y. There's a couple ways it could be done as well. You could start out by distributing the 4 through if you wanted to, or you can get rid of the 4 by dividing each side by 4. That's my preference. That's what I like to do. So that leaves me with x plus y is going to equal -2/4, which is the same thing as -1/2. Now all that's left is getting rid of the x, so the y is by itself. So we're going to have to subtract an x from this side and subtract an x from the other side of the equation to keep it balanced. And we now have y is equal to the opposite of x minus 1/2. Or you could say -1/2 minus x. Either way, you have made it to the correct answer. This is problem 4-67, a nice short one there. Hopefully you understood it. If you have questions, make sure you ask your teacher. This is Mr. Boyd, signing off.